Hiya, and welcome back to the Joy Work Show. I am Diane, your host, the strategist, coach, and mentor who's here to guide you to bringing more heart, hustle, and joy into your work and life. The Joy Work Show is the podcast that knows the greatest joy often comes after the greatest challenges, and we're here to tell the stories that get us there, that the success is in the journey in the messy middle. But today we're diving into one of my absolute favourite topics and something I work with every client, every person in my membership, and probably to all of my friends and family there as well, setting big, bold goals. Now, I'm not talking about your average run-of-the-mill to-do list item. I'm not talking about something small that you want to achieve. I'm talking about the kind of goals that make your palms sweat and your heart race, and that doubt, whatever you call your doubt, scream at you that you are never going to be able to do it. It's the goals that stretch you, challenge you, and push you toward the version of yourself you know deep down, regardless of the doubt, regardless of the imposter syndrome, that you're capable of becoming. For me, setting bold goals has been the biggest game changer of my year and continues to be so. And it is ultimately why I am so excited for 2025, because I pushed myself more in the summer than I did at the start of 2024. So the work that I have been doing since the summer is only going to propel me bigger, faster, stronger into 2025. It's how I'm now building my business. It's how I am creating the life I love. And honestly, it's how I've learned to embrace the joy, the messy, uncertain parts of the journey. I'll share a story of one of my own bold goals. I'll walk you through my heart framework for setting goals with intention, and I'll challenge you to commit one bold goal by the time we wrap up. So I hope you are ready for today. P.S. I hope you have had a really lovely Christmas period. You're full of all of the chocolate, all of the rest, and you have one eye on the goals that you want for 2025, perhaps while you still sit on the sofa and finish off the quality streak. Now, let me take you back to a moment that changed everything for me. It was this summer. I had had the Joy Work Club community for some time. The idea of launching the membership was coming into play, and it felt like a really wild idea. It felt like a bold goal that I didn't really know how to achieve it. It wasn't something I'd ever done before. I'd watched other people do it since being in the online space, but I wanted to create a space where business owners could do more than just work on their business. I wanted a space where they could reconnect with their why they started, where they could build their dream businesses, where they could dare to share and actually vocalize what their dream business was. I wanted them to feel safe to do it, but I wanted them to know that this was a place that could propel them to that vision, to that bold goal that they were thinking of, all while finding joy in the process. But it wasn't just an idea. It was a huge, bold goal for me. I didn't have a step-by-step guide. The nights where I lay awake wondering if I'd bitten off more than I could chew, wondering if I could deliver it. I doubted myself. Could I pull this off? Would people even show up? Would people even think that they could learn those things from me? Would people pay me in that membership site, in that membership business model, to be part of something continuously? And I really didn't know what I was going to do. But with all the best ideas, I knew when it doesn't leave me, when you believe that there is something that you can really make a difference and it feels so aligned with what you're wanting to do from a business and an impact level, you knew that it was something that you had to follow through with. I knew that deep down, I knew my why. I knew it wasn't just about me. It was about creating a space for others to dream bigger and go after what really matters, and having the support to be able to do that. And fast forward to now, and it is becoming exactly what I envisioned. And actually so much more, and gives me so much more. It's a community filled with real conversations, incredible wins, and people chasing bold goals of their own, all while not being scared to show their vulnerability or saying, I don't know how to do this, or I've effed up today, or could somebody help me with this? I've not got a clue. We have to show that vulnerable side to be able to get to those bold goals. So here's what that experience has taught me. Bold goals aren't about having all the answers from the start. It's not about being that complete version. It's not about being the master Jedi. It's about trusting your vision, taking the next step, and being willing to figure it out as you go. That's where the magic happens. The membership is already bending and flowing to what the members want, and I only want that to continue. I have my vision, and they help me create the impact and get the goal. And 2025 is going to be so exciting. And it's all because I started. It is all because I didn't know what I was doing, but I had a vision, I had a really deep why, and in the summer I leaped. And I'm really excited for 2025. So I want to talk about how you can set bold goals with heart. Goals that inspire you, align with your vision, and give you a clear path forward. Now, within my membership and with my clients, I use my framework, the HEART framework. It's all about making sure your goals are meaningful, actionable, and built for success. And here's how it works. Each letter stands for something. H, honor your vision. Start with your big picture. Go as big and as bold and as beautiful as you dare. What do you really want? What impact do you want to create? Think about where you want to be in a year, 5 years, or even 10. Bold goals start with clarity about your vision, so do not hold back. E, evaluate the landscape. Take a good, honest look at where you are right now. What's working? What's not? What resources do you have, and where might you need support? Being clear about your starting point helps you map the road ahead. A, align with your purpose. This is a big one. Bold goals should feel like they're part of your why. They should be deeply embedded in your why. Ask yourself, does this goal light me up? Does it align with my values and vision? If the answer isn't a resounding yes, it's time to tweak it. It's ultimately a really easy way to also make decisions within your business. If your why is that deep, if you understand it completely, when you align your values and vision with it, when a difficult decision comes up in your business, you are able to stop, go back to that, have a check, and if it doesn't align, you know what the answer needs to be, and it needs to be tweaked. R, reinforce with courage. Setting a bold goal means stepping outside your comfort zone. Stepping outside your comfort zone requires courage, not confidence. People believe that people are born with confidence. People believe that confidence is innate, and it's not. Confidence is learned. When you try something and do something and have a successful outcome, you have courage to take the first step. You have courage to jump out, to take that leap. You then have the confidence to do it again because of the results that you had the previous time. When a baby takes their first steps, it's through courage and curiosity. They take their second step because they think, wow, I did that, I can do it again. That is exactly the difference between courage and confidence. And setting a bold goal, stepping outside your comfort zone, requires courage and a plan for action. Break your goal into smaller steps and commit to one thing you can do this week to start moving toward it. Hey, transform with tenacity. Finally, remember this. Bold goals aren't achieved overnight. They require persistence. You need to hold your grip. You need to be able to hold for as long as you can to get the results that you want to have. If you have an offer that isn't selling, if you think your messaging is off, If there's something that doesn't feel right in your business, sometimes it's not that that is wrong, it's that you've not been doing it for long enough. The 10-year overnight success. Have you heard about that story? They held their grit. There are so many examples of the entrepreneurs who we feel that they just burst onto the scene and they were a 6-figure business, they were millionaires, they had followers, they had whatever it is that you're looking for within your business. But that did not happen the day before we found out about them. Your bold goals require persistence. They require showing up consistently, even when it's hard. And trust that every small step adds up to something bigger. The compound effect of the small, incremental 1% changes that you can do on a daily basis will have bigger impact than doing one thing big and never doing it ever again. So that is my heart framework. Very quickly, very simply. Honour, evaluate, align, reinforce and transform. It's a simple way to make sure your goals are both bold and achievable. And ultimately, you can go back into your business and put it there again and again and again. Now it's your turn. Before we wrap up, I want you to think about one bold goal you want to set for yourself. What a perfect time of year to be thinking about our goals. Maybe it's launching a new product, starting a podcast, hitting a revenue milestone, or even taking time to invest in your own growth. Here's what I want you to do. Write it down, make it specific and measurable, and ask yourself, how does this align with my vision? Identify one small step you can take this week to make toward it. And if you're feeling brave, share it with me here or inside the Joy Work Club community. I'd love to hear it and cheer you on. Bold goals aren't just about achieving something big. They're about the growth, joy, and transformation that come from stepping into what is actually possible. So don't hold back on it. Dream big and then go for it. This podcast is coming out on Monday, the 30th of December. So it is a perfect time to be looking at your big, bold goals. But I also want you to know that the new year, you can approach it in any which way you want to approach it. Some people will approach it that they will come out of the traps hard and fast in January. They're ready to go. They've got their strategy in place. And I remember somebody told me last year that January for them is still part of the wintering phase, that they still like to reflect, that they like to stay a little bit slower. And if that is what you do, then that is absolutely perfect. Please, you do you. But know that setting big, bold goals can be as fast or as slow as you want them to be. It's about how big, how bold, and how big that dream is. It is not how fast you get there. Thank you so much for joining me today in the Joy Work Show. I hope you're feeling inspired to set your own bold goals and you start taking those first steps. If this episode resonated with you, please hit follow or subscribe so you never miss a new one, and share it with a friend or fellow business owner who's ready to dream bigger. And don't forget, if you're looking for support and connection as you work towards your goals, the Joy Work Members Club doors are open right now. It's where bold goals meet real action, and we'd love to have you there. We are currently offering, for the next few days only, 31 days free within the Members Club to come in and vibe check, find out what we're all about, and spend time with us. It is my way that I want as many people to see what the Joy Work Members Club is all about. The link is in the show notes. Go and have a look, and please reach out if you have any questions. Until next time, keep honouring your vision, taking bold steps, and finding joy in the work you do. You have got this. And when the time comes, Happy New Year. I hope it brings you everything you want it to bring.